It's Darkside Phil's most disappointing games of 2014. Number 2, Assassin's Creed Unity for the PlayStation 4. You know, when it comes to talking about continuing franchises, I think everyone can collectively say that Assassin's Creed has been one of those that's been highly criticized for having an installment every single year. And in fact, some people have said, maybe it's too much. Maybe they should wait and take their time and take a couple of years to develop the games a little bit further. And maybe once a year is just too much. Yet sales numbers every year seem to say the consumers want more Assassin's Creed. So in 2014, what did they decide to do? Well, Ubisoft in all of their glory said, we will make 2 Assassin's Creed games. One for the last gen of consoles and one for the next gen of consoles. And so when it was announced that Assassin's Creed Unity would be set in France, would have an unprecedented amount of characters on the screen at once, would have high resolution graphics, and the fact that it was supposed to be the best looking Assassin's Creed and of course best performing Assassin's Creed ever, people said, wow, this may finally be the reason to buy the next gen consoles. And then the game actually came out, and unfortunately people saw what they got for a next gen game, and people couldn't stop laughing. This game is one of the worst performing games on the PlayStation 4 and on Xbox One. It has lower resolution than most other games for the next gen console. The game frequently chugs along at frame rates of 15 frames per second or lower, all but making fast-paced sequences such as a chase scene with a hot air balloon completely lose any kind of fun, luster, or any kind of interest. The game is like a slideshow, a flip book. It's a joke. It's a laughing stock. It's actually funny because if you look at stills of the game from game magazines and websites, it looks amazing. Then you actually watch the game in motion and you say, what the hell happened here? Now, of course, the game isn't only bad just because of the frame rate. There's also the fact that multiplayer was completely removed from the game and replaced with this weird cooperative mode where you could team up with up to 3 other players with online team-like assassinations. The problem being, number 1, they're too incredibly easy because it's 4 people ganging up on a group of others. It's 4 people gangbanging people. Of course it's easy. And number 2, it adds absolutely nothing whatsoever to the game or the story. It's completely superfluous. You can pretend like it doesn't exist. And in all honesty, you can probably figure out that the original developers didn't even know this mode would be in the game. It's just there for the sake of saying, oh yeah, it's in the game. For the fact that the game was highly advertised as a cooperative game, it's not. It's a standard single-player Assassin's Creed experience with a lot of things actually removed from the game, and in place of that, all you really get is a really low frames per second mess. It's not a very good entry in the Assassin's Creed franchise. It's nowhere near as good as last year's Assassin's Creed 4, and to boot, those who've played both games this year all on a consensus agree that Assassin's Creed Rogue is by far the better game. So what a disappointment that we're promised, finally, Assassin's Creed on the next gen with better graphics, with better gameplay, and we did not get that. Instead, what we got was an overrushed, overhyped piece of crap. And Ubisoft got such egg on their face from releasing this game the way that they did, that the president of the company made a public apology to gamers and said that you would either receive a free DLC for the game or a completely free game because the game sucked so bad. If that's not an indication that this game was disappointing, I don't know what is. They better do a good job next year, because if they keep delivering crap like this, no one's going to believe that they have any kind of competence and they're going to lose a lot of their sales. What a joke. Alright everyone, this is it. The stinker. The big numero uno succo. What is the most disappointing game of 2014? Come on back to find out who's the lucky loser.